Hello, how are ya? This is Laurel with the Dabbling Hook. How are you guys doing? It is Thursday the 19th. Happy birthday to Father Minion. And what are we doing? I am here to do the Amigurumi book tag. It's a tag that was started by Crystal of Chronically Crocheting. Hey Crystal! She tagged me, and I was also tagged by, I've watched a few of them. I think I've watched like 3. Crystal's, Shaundel of Classy Handmade, and there are a couple of others I've seen. I haven't watched all of them, so, yet. So, I'm here to do the tag, to talk about Amigurumi books that we have. At first, in my head, I thought it was just crochet books, which I have a lot. And then I went back and paid attention, and it's Amigurumi book tag. She has a few questions for us to engage in the discussion of the book. So, how many books do you have? How many of your books have you made something from? How would I rate the books? A must buy, good, okay, that type of thing. How many items have you made in it? And any tips or thoughts on the books or patterns that you can remember. What made you buy the book specifically? And any quick thoughts in general. Like an example from Crystal was example of one of hers is all diagrams, which I'm not opposed to. I kind of like a combination of written and diagram, because if you're not sure of what they're trying to say in the written pattern, you can look at the diagram and figure out, oh, that's what they mean. So I like that. So before I forget, because I'll probably forget by the end, I'm going to tag Kim of Blue Cherub 82. She kind of did something similar. I think she did hers, I'm not sure if it's just Amigurumi books or just crochet books in general, but if you want to participate and do another video, no pressure. And also Kim of the Crafty Nomad, because you know, Amigurumis, and our cousin Miss Angie of Love in Every Stitch by Ruby Baby. And Priscilla, if you want to do it as well, I know you have your 2 Amigurumi patterns, but if you want to partake, I tag you guys. So hopefully I'll remember and put everybody's, you know, links below. Alright, so how many books do I have? Well, how many Amigurumi books I have? Let me qualify that. I have 20, soon to be 21, and I'll let you know why. It's a bad thing too. I have 19 physical books or booklets or pamphlet type Amigurumi pattern books, and then I have one which I'll start with, which is Amigurumi Crochet Patterns Baby and Animal Friend by Veronica K. And I bought this in, when did I buy it? 2013, 2012. It was a while back. Basically, I bought it on my Kindle. So, and I completely forgot it was there. It was until I was it last year? I had a really old Kindle, and I decided after the year I had with work and everything, I wanted, actually no, it was earlier this year. Holy cow, it was right before we were going on vacation. I wanted to do something different because work was ridiculous, and I needed something different. So I found my old Kindle, and it was so old, you know, it was really old. It was one of the earlier versions. I bought myself an updated Kindle, but not the tablety ones that where you can go on the internet. I didn't want the distraction. I just wanted the Kindle. So I have a newer Kindle. I can also read it on my phone and my laptop as well through the apps. But it wasn't until I bought that and I went back to my Kindle account that I realized that I had bought other books that I've started reading, never finished, and I had this. This is what it looks like. I just printed out the cover. So I have that there, and I haven't made anything of it out of it, and I had no idea, so I can't tell you what it's like, what the patterns are like, but you know, I like, it looks like the whole head and legs are all one piece, and then you have to make the, you know, the extremities, the arms and ears and those types of things. So pretty easy design, but this is from years ago that I have not done anything out of because, you know, it was probably a Kindle deal at the time, which is why I bought it. So I'm gonna bend down and grab my stack, and I'll be right back. It's a heavy stack because they're big, they're books. This is my stack. Oh, it's heavy. So 7 of them are, you guys, a lot of you are familiar with the Zoomigurumi book series, and I think the first one I bought was, I think it was Zoomigurumi 4, and then I ended up buying the rest of them, and I ended up finding them at a good deal at a seller on Etsy at the time, and at the time I think 9 was just about to come out, but I have 8, but what I didn't have is Zoomigurumi 1. For some reason it was really hard to find, or at least at a good price, because it was being offered at a ridiculous price at the time when I was collecting them. So I just bought this is what I said, 21. I just bought Zoomigurumi, the first one, off Amazon. It's actually a deal. I think it was like $14.99, and the regular price that it was showing, I think, was like $18. So I just bought that. So, and since I'm not in a hurry, I decided to delay the delivery and got like when you do that on Amazon, you get like a $1 digital discount. So if you're gonna buy like another, for my Kindle, I'm subscribed to Kindle Unlimited, so when my monthly bill comes, that $1 will get taken off that. Tip for you, if when you shop at Amazon, they have the dates when it gets delivered, and they also give you an option to pick like a future date if you're not in a hurry for it, and then you get a $1 digital discount off something. So since I was not in a hurry because I'm not making anything out of the books, I have 7 of the Zoomigurumi books, 2 through 8. I'm gonna wait on getting 9 and 10 because those 10 is out there as well, because I'm going to make an effort to make at least one thing out of each of them. I can't tell you if I made anything out of them. I thought I did. I'm pretty sure I did out of one of them, but I don't recall. Honestly, I don't think I did, which is pretty sad. Ooh, I want to make that. I don't know why I have a thing for foxes. I made, years ago, I made the fox hats, I think one by Sarah Zimmerman, and then I knitted, I freestyle knitted a few that somebody had ordered because she was doing a race and she wanted one for her, and I think her 2 kids were doing the race. So I did that. But I'm looking, the back has like all the patterns in there, and looking at them, yeah, I don't think I made any. Ooh, Crystal from, ooh, that's the other person I'm tagging. Crystal from, oh my gosh, I am completely blanking on your channel name. Canadian Crystal. Oh my gosh. Anyway, she made this. I know she's made that like 2 or 3 times, and I think it's super cute, and I may do that, but I'll put the name on I believe I'm blanking on your channel name. Ricola. There you go. Ricola Crochet. She made that, so I'm tagging you as well. Yeah, I don't think I made, wow, that is so sad. I don't think I made any of them. I think I originally got them. I think 90% of these books were enabled watching other people. Kim of Blue Cherub was a big one because she makes a lot of amigurumis as well, and I think quite a few of these books were because of her. And I think I was looking for a monkey pattern. I want to say maybe the original Amigurumi book, the monkey on the front, somebody wanted a monkey, and I think I ended up purchasing the pattern individually and making it. I'll have to see once I get the book. And then I realized it was part of the Zoomigurumi book, and I don't know what just flew out of that. Probably a bookmark. But anyway, do I recommend them? Yes. The other thing too, I think I had started, God, I don't remember. They're quite a good size, the patterns, so they're not like tiny, easy things. But great patterns to have. Even though I haven't really made anything out of it, I would recommend them because it's good. You get so many patterns for the price of the book, so you can't go wrong there. All right, the other thing that I bought, Vanna's Choice Easy Crochet Critters. And on the back, it shows you, if it will focus, is it focusing? It shows you all the patterns. Well, it doesn't look like it's focusing. Okay. It shows you all the patterns that are in there, and let's see if I can get a better picture. I've made a total of 1 from there, and it was a snow owl. Of course, I'm not going to find it. Picture. Oh, there we go. I made this out of there. That's the only thing. And there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 patterns in here, and I've only made 1. So, it's easy enough. If it's a Vanna's Choice book, then I would say it's beginner friendly. Well, there are curves in here. So, I mean, you have to know how to do basic crocheting and how to read a pattern, but, you know, they look easy enough. So, the owl was, so would I recommend that? Yeah. This was definitely, I don't remember who, but I remember being enabled. It's Crocheted Cactuses by Sarah Abondio, and it's 16 succulents to make for your home. And I did make 2 of those, so that's the book. Easy enough. There's a bit of sewing to sew things on, but hang on, I think I have the ones that I made, so give me a second. And in getting them, I just broke the holder it was in. A little terracotta pot I bought at the Dollar Tree. But what I made out of that, I made 4. And I used it actually as a pin cushion. But I made that one, and it's just sitting in Dollar Tree containers. I made this little one, and again, the little Dollar Tree terracotta pot that was in, I dropped it and broke it as well. And then I made this one. I can't remember if it's the same one that I just made bigger or not. I think I tried changing the bottom to have it fit better in the pot, and it did not. And then added, and nothing's going to focus for me today, but added a flower to it. So that's 3. And then the big one that I have not found a pot for it to fit in properly. It's just in another Dollar Tree container, but I made this one, which basically multiple pieces, you have to sew them all on. So that's just sitting there, and this is what it looks like. It's a pretty good piece. So yeah, would I recommend it? Yep. If you like succulents and you kill actual plants, this is a good alternative. Yeah. And I used a lot of, you can tell, I latte'd the heck out of it. Instead of like sewing on little speckles and stuff, I figured the latte would look more, what do you call it? Cactus-like? So, yeah. So which one are they? So I made that one, I made that one, and which other one? I think I made that one, but I only did one of them. So, impatience, you know, trying to get everything done quick. So, yeah, crochet cactuses. That was definitely a an enabled purchase. This one was definitely an enabled purchase, and it was, again, by Kim, the craft, not the Crafty Nomad, Blue Cherub Crochet, and it's creepy cute crochet, and I don't even know why. At the time when I saw it, I'm like, oh, that's cute, and I just went and I bought it. Because I'm not even, I don't know. No idea why. Because, you know, FOMO, fear of missing out, and I have not made one darn thing out of that. No. Who knows? I may even do a giveaway on it. It says $14.95 US. I doubt I paid that much for it. Probably on Amazon. So yeah. This is it. I may end up giving that away. So stay tuned because it's not really... I don't know why I bought it. Other than being influenced. Now this one was out... everyone was doing this when this came out. It's 4 years ago maybe, I don't remember, but and again, I have yet to make anything out of this, but I've made similar things through other patterns. But FOMO, Whimsical Stitches. I'm sure you guys are very familiar with this book. It is by Lauren Espy. Tony of TL Yarn Craft, I think, is friends with her, and she was in a recent video, I think, mentioned this book again. But I have not made anything specifically from there, but a lot of like fruits and things like that. I used to make fruits all the time, way before the pandemic. Somebody at my job wanted, and I made like a whole set of fruits and stuff. So basically that one, would I recommend? I'm sure it's recommendable. I just haven't made anything out of it yet. So there's that. This one is another one that I will probably give away. Why I bought it, I do not remember. I think something I saw online drew my eyes. I don't know. I think I want to say it was... So this is the book. And it's Amigurumi Circus. By amigurumipatterns.net, and it was probably either the elephant on the front. My mother-in-law loves elephants, especially with the trunk turned up. Actually, I made her one as a gift, and she has it sitting on top of the TV last time I went there. But it was probably this in the elephant, probably why I bought it, and I have yet to make anything out of it. And looking at the other things on the back, it's not really my thing. Why did I buy it? I don't know. No. So there's another one that'll probably get given away, but stay tuned, like I said. Another enabled purchase, animal heads, trophy heads to crochet. Now, at one point I was in animal head mode. I even made one for somebody at work, and I put it on, what did I put it on? Did I put it on a piece of cardboard or a piece of wood? I can't, but I gave it to him at work, just the head. But these, I saw someone making it, and I don't know if it was Chevy Rell that was doing one. Someone was doing a head for someone. And I remember it took them a very long time to do it because it's, I guess they are very, very large. And I went and bought the book, and ask me why, because I barely looked at it. Yeah. That. I'm not sure, I haven't made up my mind whether or not I'm going to keep it. Nothing's really inspiring me in here at all, except maybe the bear head I could make, but Will I? I don't know. So, who knows? This one, it's called My Crochet Doll, a fabulous crochet doll pattern with over 50 crochet clothes and accessories. I did make the doll. I didn't make the whole, all the accessories and everything, but this book, this is what some of the things on the back look like. There's this, there's that. So, it has a lot of options in the book for you to do, you know, and of course you can always change things around. As long as you don't call the pattern your own, you can always change things around and just use the doll as the base to go from there. The pattern was okay. I don't know if it was just me, but the foot, I had a hard time with the foot understanding, and maybe it was just my brain, but it just, to me, it didn't feel right. But other than that, it's a good pattern. It's a good pattern book, and you have options. So that's the good thing about this one, why I would recommend it. You have options to do things. You know, you can look at it in the overall set if you want to do like a farm scene and overalls and whatever. You can take it and go from there. So that, yes, it's recommended. Other than having issues with doing the foot, I had no problem with the book. Alright, next one I did, and this one, and I can't believe the finished object actually sold, because you never know, there's always something for somebody out there, but it sold at a craft fair. But this was just a Debbie Bliss, like a pamphlet kind of book. It's a Debbie Bliss one for the yarn Rialto 4-ply, which I don't even know if they still do, but it was like a panda bear pattern. And there's a picture on the back with the kid holding it. And I ended up making it, but I used scrap yarn, and if I can find the picture, I'm not sure when I made it, but I will see if I saved it on Ravelry, I'll be able to get the pattern, to get the picture to show you. But I just used the scraps I had at the time, and I made it, and I thought it looked nothing like a panda, and I thought it was not the best, but somebody loved it and bought it at a craft fair, so you never know. So there's that. Pretty simple. One of the things that I notice in a lot of the patterns, their stitches. I have a thing about, especially amigurumi and stitches, it needs to be tight. And I wish I could do the yarn under method for the single crochet, but it kills my wrist. It's just muscle memory or whatever. I can't do it for more than a few stitches. But notice how, I don't know if it's gonna show, but to me, those stitches are way too loose. I can't. Like, for those of you guys who use like a 4mm or even 4.5, and Sarah Zimmerman, I think, uses like a 5mm doing her amigurumi. I can't do that. Okay, timed out on me. Yeah, like I was saying, she uses a pretty large hook for amigurumi, and I can't do that. So it needs to be tight. My go-to for a 4-weight yarn used to be 3.5, but now I find I do a 3.25 or even a 3mm now is what I usually go to. The downside to using a smaller hook is that it doesn't always catch the yarn, so but it gives me the stitches that I'm more comfortable with. So I guess over time, you know, your tension changes, things change, but I can't use anything above a 3.5mm on a worsted weight yarn to do amigurumi. Absolutely not. But if I find a picture, I'll put it in. So yes, if you can find it. I think I looked for this pattern and I couldn't find it anywhere. So this is old. This was wasn't purchased. This was given to me by somebody in our yarn group. She was getting rid of some stuff and this was in there, and of course I grabbed the amigurumi. She's more of a knitter, and she had this in there. So speaking of knitting, this was, I think, the same person who gave this away. This was part of her thing that she was giving, and it's called Knitted Bears, and it's by Claire Garland. So there's that, and on the back there are a few pictures. Now, my personal opinion, I like the look of crocheted animals way better than knitted animals. Some have that really soft rag doll look and feel to it that looks good, but I prefer crocheted animals, and I've wanted to give knitting animals a try, but a lot of it is done flat and have to seam. That's a no. And I know for the ones in round you have to use DPNs, and it's like octopus in my hands and just it's too much. So I still have hope. I've never made anything. I've never knitted a toy, so, but it's just there. We'll see if I ever make anything out of it. And last but not least, it's a 3-in-1 Toft's Crochet, Carrie Lord, not Toft's Crochet, Toft, T-O-F-T, the Edward Menagerie, or the Edwards line of toys. Of course, Edward's Menagerie. I bought this first. I have made 1, 2, 3 out of there. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 13 animals in here, and I have made 3. I've made the bunny, I've made the bear, and I've made the elephant. So there they are, and hopefully this will focus. There they are. So I've made, come on, I made the bear. The elephant I've made 3 or 4 times, and I've made the bunny. The good thing about this book and her patterns, it's basically, a lot of them have the same base. It gives you options of yarn and hook sizes to make it bigger or smaller, and it gradually goes from more beginner friendly to more experienced crocheters, because you have you have color changes with like the zebra, and you have what was it, this one here, which I think is a fox, don't quote me, but you have just stripe color changes, and then this one you have the color changes, you know, kind of, what is it, intarsia, I never get the difference between intarsia and tapestry or whatever it's called. And then you have the this one, which you need, you know, to really know what you're doing with the loops, because it's all over. I get tired of doing loops pretty quickly, so I haven't tried that. But the elephant I've made, I had a request for somebody at work who wanted a purple one. I think I've done 2 purple ones, so I think I've done like 4 elephants. But yeah. Oh wait, I did the aardvark, I think it's the aardvark, or the anteater, I forget. I did that one, but I only used the head, and I made it into a lovey. So I'm sure you guys have heard of these, seen them. Definitely recommend, because it's basically the same body, so you get used to doing it. You can just use whatever yarn. She uses wool yarn, and I have fisherman's wool that I've intended to use to make some of these, just never gotten around to it. So definitely highly recommend, especially if you're a beginner, because it goes from different stages, you know, as your skills get better, that you can proceed that way. So, and then she came out with, I forget which one was first, but there is the Edwards Crochet Doll Emporium, and there are a ton. I don't even remember how many, but there are a ton. But the good thing about this book and the Edwards Crochet Imaginarium, which is like kind of a monsters type book is, it's a pick and choose. So you get sections. Oops. Arms, head, feet, and you can build your own monster. So you can choose whatever head you want, and then if you don't like this arm, you can go until you find an arm you like. Kind of goes with that. And then you can choose whatever feet you like. So it's pretty genius, I think. And the doll is the same way. You get a head, and then you get the costume. And sorry that this is not focusing. Ever since I took my camera outside and I had to focus it for the light, I can't get it to come back to where it needs to be. So anyway, yeah, so you get to pick your head. Oops. Yeah, you get to pick your head, and there are many different types. Oh. And then you get to pick your body, which I think is awesome. Have I done it? Nope, and my phone's ringing, and I'll be right back. Freaking telemarketers, my goodness. Anyway, so you have options, options, options. So I think this is awesome. I've been meaning to make them. Haven't. I have a bookmark in there of where I did what I picked, I think at least the head that I was gonna make, and never gotten around to. Yep, I wrote down which ones, it's not gonna focus, that I wanted to do. Basically it's on here, but I never did. So who knows, one of these days. So there are at least 3 books here that I will probably at some point see if anybody, do a giveaway and see if anybody wants them. But yeah, that's all. I'm having ginger shot. It's supposed to be like a daily ginger with cayenne pepper and lemon, but I added pineapple in it, and you take a shot, but I just like sipping on it. Anyway, that's where I am. Those are my books. Let's see if I remember who I tagged. The 2 Kims. Kim, Blue Cherry Crochet. Kim, the Crafty Nomad. Angie, Love in Every Stitch by Ruby Baby. Priscilla. Oh, and Crystal of Ricola Crochet. You guys. And Crystal of Chronically Crochet, and Shaundel, thank you for tagging me. And I will talk to you guys later because I gotta go back to work. Always doing work. Yeah, I think that's all. I have been crocheting, well, knitting a lot more. But hopefully I'll do a video before the end of the month. No promises. And see where we are. But yeah, that is all. Thank you again for tagging me, Crystal and Shaundel. And I hope you guys are having a good day. It is great, overcast. You know, it's winter. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye.